Green Tree Productions is proud to present Duncanville Weekly News. It's the good news just for the City of Champions, Duncanville, Texas. And now, here's your host, John Thompson.
Hello, world, America, Texas, and Duncanville, and welcome to this edition of Duncanville Weekly News for the last part of September 2016. Glad you're logged on and watching. Well, this show is all about the Panther football team in the Panthers Den. As you can see, we're shooting this at Eddie Dean's Ranch, where the Chamber of Commerce is celebrating their 60th anniversary. And we will be back with the Panthers in just a minute.
Howdy, I'm Casey Cheshire, and I'm the race director for the 3rd annual Heart of Duncanville 5K. Come take part in a 5K race or a 1-mile fun run on Saturday, October 8th at Ben Franklin Apothecary. All proceeds from the event will benefit the Education Foundation in providing grants to local teachers. After the race, there will be a concert by the Shane Bell Band, bounce houses, and door prizes for runners. Register at www.heartofduncanville5k.com or at Ben Franklin on Main Street. So come join us on October 8th and support the Duncanville ISD Education Foundation.
It's Texas. It's fall. It's high school football time in Duncanville. And the Panthers Den Show on Duncanville Weekly News with highlights of last week's Panther football game and a preview of this week's game. The Panthers Den Show on Duncanville Weekly News is brought to us by Jane's Memorial Chapel, your home-owned and operated funeral home celebrating life, honoring families, and serving you in your time of need. By the Wolverton Company, serving the Duncanville area's heating and air conditioning needs for longer than anybody can remember. By Leon Miller Commercial Properties on Main Street. Call Leon at 972-709-7181 if you need office or retail space. Freedom Chevrolet, Buick and GMC. There is not a more convenient to Duncanville new and used car dealership. It's Freedom, it's Chevrolet, it's right here. The Pope Financial Group of Raymond James and Associates. By Ben Franklin Pharmacy and Kitchens Deli. It's a trip back to the good old days right here on Main Street. By Carlin's Automotive Repair and Service, CARS, your hometown auto repair shop at 209 South Hastings since 1997. CARS does just about everything. Check them out at carlinscars.com or call 972-298-4869. Dale Ward's Farmers Insurance Agency. By Rick and Jamie at Ben Franklin Plumbing. If there's any delay, it's you we pay. Glow Family Dental, right here in Duncanville on Wheatland, right by the tracks. And now, here's John with all the DHS Panthers football game highlights.
Hello, Duncanville football fans, and welcome back to the Panthers Den Show. Well, district action began last weekend with the Panthers at Irving. The Panthers are undefeated, and if they can win this game, it'll be the first time in, I think, 20 years that the team has been 4-0. And here's what happened. It's been about 20 years since the Panthers have been 4-0 to start the season. And a win here over the Irving Tigers in the First District 7-6A game would match that. If yellow is your favorite color, you'll love this game, as 25 plays had penalties that were called and assessed and accepted. The normal is about 12 or 13. It was a relatively warm evening at Irving School Stadium on a Thursday night. Captains are Jalen, Keyshawn, Trey, and Terrace Newman. The Tigers won the toss and deferred, so the Panthers will have first possession.
the Duncanville Panthers.
James Johnson takes the Tiger kickoff, and the return is 67 yards from the 4 to the 36. But guess what? Yeah, it's a start. They're back to their 10-yard line, and then another 5-yard penalty put them on the 5. So it's 4th and 4, and Cameron Peterson punts for 33 to midfield, and then the Tigers went 3 and out and punted back. Alfredo Porter goes for 11 yards in the first down. Then it's 3rd and 7, and Jalen runs for 13. Now it's 3rd and 4 at the Tiger 27, and Alfredo again weaves his way to pay dirt. Josh adds the PAT. So with a little more than midway through the first, it's 7-0 Panthers. After the ensuing Panther kickoff, plays like this from Marcus Mosley forced another punt. And Keelan Elder goes for 16 yards. But a flag after the play made it 1st and 15 for the Panthers. It's 2nd and 22 at the Panther 33, and Jalen spots McKendrick behind the defense for 67 yards and a touchdown. And we looked around, but there were no flags. Josh converts the PAT. So now it's 14-0 Panthers late in the first quarter. After the kickoff, plays like this from Marcus and Terrence forced another punt by the Tigers. And we move to the second quarter. Jalen completes to Trey for 31 yards to the Irving 22-yard line. Jalen is going in, but gets stripped. The ball is loose, and the Tigers covered up in the end zone for a touchback. After an exchange of punts, the Panthers have 3rd and 10 at the Tiger 34, and Alfredo walks a tightrope on the far side to hit pay dirt. Here's another angle, the one that most of the Panther fans saw. Josh converted, so with 2 minutes left in the first half, it's 21-0 Panthers. After the ensuing Panther kickoff, once again, the Tigers had to quickly punt back. And with time running short, Jalen completes to Odell Smith. And the extra penalty yards put the Panthers at the Tiger 12, but this interception on a pass to Odell completed the first half, with it still 21-0 Panther.
Howdy, I'm Casey Cheshire, and I'm the race director for the 3rd annual Heart of Duncanville 5K. Come take part in a 5K race or a 1-mile fun run on Saturday, October 8th at Ben Franklin Apothecary. All proceeds from the event will benefit the Education Foundation in providing grants to local teachers. After the race, there will be a concert by the Shane Bell Band, bounce houses, and door prizes for runners. Register at www.heartofduncanville5k.com or at Ben Franklin on Main Street. So come join us on October 8th and support the Duncanville ISD Education Foundation.
The Panthers kick off the second half, and Josh puts it in the end zone, and the Irving receiver didn't listen to anybody as he runs it out to midfield before James Johnson rides him out of bounds at about midfield. But come on back, 37 yards. That's right. And punt after a few plays, and Trey finally secures it, but another penalty forced the Panthers to try a 38-yard field goal. And Josh makes it, so it's 24-0 late in the third quarter. After the ensuing Panther kickoff, Marcus is at it again, corralling this Tiger running back for no gain. And then later, Marcus causes the quarterback to fumble. And it's recovered.
The fumble is recovered by Duncanville's number 97, Khalil Gray.
And on the first play, with a comfortable lead, Trayvon Conley is in at quarterback, and he finds Odell Smith for 21 yards and a touchdown. Those two guys didn't intercept that one. And Josh's PAT makes it 31-0 Panthers after 3. The fourth quarter was pretty much a let's get this over with kind of thing. And some new players were in besides Trayvon. Here he hands off to number 40, who ain't on our roster. Number 4 on this defensive play is Maquan Mays, and it's over. Final Panthers 31, Irving Tigers 0. The Panthers are 4-0 on the season and 1-0 in District 7 6A play.
That ends our game tonight. Final score, Duncanville 31, Irving 0.
Each show we have a play of the week. And in the Irving Tiger game last week, it happened late in the first half when leading 14-0, Alfredo Porter goes on a tightrope on the far sidelines for 34 yards and a clinching touchdown. And that's why it's the play of the week.
The play of the week is brought to us by the Pope Financial Group of Raymond James and Associates. See John or Don at 222 East Wheatland Road or call 972-780-0533 for your investment needs. Also, each week we have a hit of the week. And in the Irving game last Thursday night, it happened in the first quarter when
leading 7-0. The Panthers needed a defensive stop, and once again it was Marcus Mosley who made it, snaring the quarterback for no gain to force a punt, and that's why it's a hit of the week.
The hit of the week is brought to us by Ben Franklin Apothecary, located at 302 North Main Street in the heart of downtown Duncanville. Shop for unique gifts, take care of any pharmaceutical needs, or enjoy lunch at Kitchen's Deli Sandwich Shop. Call 972-298-1147 or visit online for more information.
So we're 1 week deep into the District 7 6A games, and here are the standings after one game. Of course, 4 teams were winners and 4 teams were losers, and you can see that the Panthers, DeSoto, South Grand Prairie, and Grand Prairie were winners the opening night last week, and Cedar Hill and the 3 Irving teams all were losers. Next up for the Panthers is the Cedar Hill Longhorns, and it'll be Friday night, 7:30 at Panther Stadium. As you just saw, the Cedar Hill Longhorns are 0-1, having lost to DeSoto in their first game at district play, and they've lost 2 on the season. So this is a kind of a turnaround game, hopefully, for the Panthers. The next show is scheduled for October the 3rd, will be here with highlights of that game and more. As we close, let's see some more scenes from the Duncanville Chamber of Commerce 60th anniversary party that was at Eddie Dean's last week. And we'll see you October the 3rd.
BC, stand right in front and just film them. Next all the. Yeah, BC.
Just film this little boy dancing to it.
No. Yeah, film them. Go right up front. Yeah, BC.